Hello, hello, and welcome back to another live stream. How's it going, everyone? You're doing well. Happy Tuesday. Hello, Aya. How are you? Hope you're well. Ads are glitching to be coming soon. I've improved some stuff for the ad notifications. I've made them more interesting. So when the ads play next, assuming you're still here, hear it. Potential. I'm still tired from yesterday. Yesterday was the worst. You hide from ads? Good, as you should. As you should. If only I didn't have to play ads. It's so stupid. What would you call using turbo? Giving it to the man. You're literally giving money to the man. Yeah, that's what I would call it. So you're giving to the man by using turbo. I don't have turbo. I have the old-fashioned version. The money part is important in that sentence to not sound lewd. Wait, hold on. Giving it to the man, I don't think is normally lewd. Isn't it more like a violence thing than more so than a lewd thing? Is that what the saying is? Yeah, giving it to the man is also the same as sticking it to the man, meaning to defy authority, boss, government, big business, through acts of resistance or rebellion. But I was using it more literally because you were giving something to the man. Yeah, so in either case, it has nothing to do with being lewd. I think that's just your mind. I think your mind is just very lewd. And so that's what you're thinking about. And it just happens to be like, okay, well, I guess that is also lewd. But no, normally this is not lewd. No. Yesterday, we spent many hours figuring out what the problem is with freaking UMG. And I still can't tell you why it behaves differently. I figured out the solution to yesterday's problem, but I can't tell you still why it was behaving differently. Ace people make the most sex jokes, apparently? Ace people? What does that mean? Ace people. Hey, Revolutionary, welcome in. How's it going? Been doing well. You figured out the D-pad out? Well, I figured out ace is asexual. Oh, okay. I'll pretend like I remember what the definition is of that. I didn't figure out why it was happening, Revolution Art, but I figured out the solution to get it to do what I want. So, yes, asterisk. No, I did not figure out why it's happening and why it's happening in only one place and not another. But yes, I have a solution. So people who don't get attracted by anything sexually? I don't know. I've seen some good sandwiches. I mean, if you're not attracted to that, a nice, large, juicy sandwich Yeah, like that is a problem. If or good slice of like apple pie. It's good stuff. You can't be attracted to good food but sexually attracted? I mean, have you seen the sandwich? I'm just saying. It's a good sandwich. Let's get it to Unreal. Right now, Crozier gets horny from sandwiches. If someone brought me a very good sandwich, I mean, oh yeah. So yesterday, that's me, not you. We had this, and we also had, when we pressed right, we go in here, and then the D-pad would do something. But now, right, down, up, down, up, right, and then thumbstick is actually doing the navigation. Now it's exiting. I need to set up custom navigation on that still, but you can see here it's working. Right isn't working because it's just, yeah. So that whole system needs to be reworked, but down, up, right is all working. And I'll show what I had to do to make it work. Let me be the wing girl here. Girls, bring a sandwich if you want to land a chance. I do love me a sandwich, that's for sure. When I was in college, I went to when I lived away from home, I still lived like 40 minutes from home because that's where the college was. And I went shopping with my mother from time to time to Costco, and she bought like a bunch of food and brought it over, and I would make sandwiches at home. And every time I would make sandwiches, my roommates would be like, "Can I have a sandwich?" Because they were like good sandwiches. Because basically, like, I would do, you know, some nice bread, you know, a nice spread, and then I would do like meat, cheese, tomatoes, cucumbers. You know, it would be like a nice thick sandwich. That's what you live for. Okay, so over here, so right here, let's see if this works still. Oh, the zoom doesn't work anymore. Great, love it when the zoom doesn't work anymore. So there's on key down, and then there's on preview key down. So why is that a different thing? I don't know, but I put this stuff in here and it works. Why does the joystick still use navigation, but the D-pad stops and goes to the on preview key down? I don't know. Why do the other ones work on key down? I don't know. I cannot answer any of these questions. All I know is on preview key down makes it so the D-pad stops actually registering for navigation and starts register on key down, or I guess on preview key down, and same thing with the A button. So I don't know why, but there's the solution. I don't understand. Because here it says called after key, keyboard controller, is pressed when the widget has focus. And then on preview key down is called after a key is pressed when the widget or a child of this widget has focus. If a widget handles this event, on key down will not be passed to the focus widget. So, and I think that's the thing. If a widget handles this event, on key down will not be passed to the focus widget. And I think Common UI is getting the logic, and so for the D-pad and the A button, and so it's not passing it along further, which begs the questions, multiple. First of all, why is this not necessary on the other stuff I was doing and on key down worked fine? And two, and the other question is, why is the thumbstick still behaving for navigation like normal? What if I want to override the thumbstick directions? Now, I don't need to in this case, but the question stays. What's so special about the thumbstick now compared to the D-pad? I don't have answers to these questions, but they are questions I have. So, it's working though. Add some chilies in your sold. I have not had chilies. I've never bought chilies, so I don't know how they are in sandwiches. I'll be honest. But I mean, I can go for some chilies. I'm not gonna complain. Okay, so this is theoretically working. The thing that I need to test now is if we go down here, right, we have these sections. I want to rebind this now and see if it works. So right now, search area is right. Here's a question I have. How do I click rebind? I just realized I can click with my I can click with a mouse, but how do I tell it to rebind with a controller? Because pressing X doesn't do anything. Huh. I need to investigate that. For now, though, let's just make this square. Oh yeah, that works. It went to there, and now up, down, right doesn't do anything. Yes, rebinding for UI works. I don't know how to how do you rebind with a controller? Huh. You can see down below me, there's a reset and back, but there's no like click to rebind. Huh. I'll need to ask about that. You like your food like you are yourself, spicy. The problem is when you cook like an Indian curry, how you like it, others call it biological weapon. I'm hit and miss on Indian cuisine. There's some things about Indian cuisine I absolutely love. Naan, love it. Love naan. Curry, like curry and all that. I'm kind of like on. I don't know. I'm a simple bitch, I guess. And I'd rather just have like the meat as is, like just grilled, and then some sauce on the side, like dip in, versus having it all just soaked in. And then gonna have a little bit of both. I think. It's been a long time since I've had Indian cuisine, to be fair. The next spicy food you want to cook is a Chinese hot pot. See, I don't cook any of that stuff. I don't cook anything quote unquote traditional, and I don't cook anything that takes me longer than like 30 minutes. It needs to be done in under 30 minutes. And when I say 30 minutes, I really mean like 20 minutes. If it takes me longer than that, I can't be bothered. I know, I'm terrible. This needs to happen. I need to have another custom event. Or I need to check if it's not open. I need to do this. If starter cards are not open. So I need to do another custom here. Open starting cards. Hot pots do have your interest too. I've been to one hot pot before, and it's not for me. I'll be honest. Mostly because I'm not a fan of just boiling all the food. Like, I get it, but I like grilled or grilled, fried, like frying pan grilled. I'm not a fan of just boiled food. Maybe you just never had really good hot pot. That is also possible. But also, I don't want to be cooking the food. Can I just also, maybe this is an unpopular opinion. I don't want to be going to a restaurant and I am doing the cooking. That's not what I'm going out to eat for. If I wanted to cook, I'd cook at home. Why am I cooking? So the whole, yeah, to me, it's not for me. Hey Leo, hey Paladin, welcome in. How's it going, guys? Hope you're doing well. Is there a way to optimize collision handling? Specifically overlap? What do you mean by optimize? I mean, just do on begin overlap, and that's as optimized as I know. Meat should be eaten well done. Okay, get out. There's no well done blasphemy allowed here. It's one thing to enjoy pineapple on pizza, but well done? Okay, we're drawing the line somewhere, and that's over the line. Understand, I don't think grilled is nicer of all. That's what I prefer. If there are multiple simultaneous overlaps, well, if you want to not do like multiple, just do a trace. If you want to do that, you just do a multi-trace. It'll grab it once, all of them together. But what's wrong with multiple overlap simultaneous ones? They'll just run multiple times, no? Well, which would be the same as doing a multi-trace and doing a for each loop. Like, it still takes care of everything for you. Why should you put your meat in a well? That's a good question. Meat doesn't belong in a well. Separate ones? Well, that's how it works, right? If you do an overlap, they will all trigger on the same frame, but they'll all trigger like on that frame, go through everything. Yeah, that seems like it already does what you want. I don't need this anymore. Oh, I need I actually need a thing here. As toggle starting cards. I see an open starting cards. If you're facing there's a case where multiple overlaps can happen simultaneously, and it's causing a lag spike. When you say multiple, what is multiple? Multiple being 2-3, multiple being 20,000. Because is the lag spike from just the amount of stuff you're doing? Ten or so shouldn't cause any issues. One could argue your stomach is a well too. Mine is. A bottomless pit. That's a problem. Leave us hunting hitches. There's a great talk by Ari at the Unreal Fest about that. But basically have your collision shapes be very simple if you want to be performant. Also, you just use the default cube sphere. Capsule, really. Tension cause much issues? Not at all. Shouldn't cause any issues. I mean, what I would do is start with removing all your logic and just doing a print string. So instead of whatever you're doing, just remove it all and have a print string and see what happens when you have, 10 triggered at the same time. And if it's still lagging from that, then okay, then it's something to do at least with the collision, or something's going on there. But if it's not, then something you're doing is making issues afterwards. Capsule is the most performant because of just length and radius. Easy to calculate mathematically. Capsule is the most performant? I would think Capsule is the least performant. I would think like Cube is the most performant because it's the least anything. It's the least collision, like faces. I thought Sphere would be second. And then as Capsule is literally 2 half spheres with extra things in the middle. So I would think the Capsule is the least, especially below Sphere. Because those are the 3 shapes we got. So that'd be a Sphere because it's distance calculation. I mean, it could be Sphere. You're right. It could be Sphere just because it's a distance calculation. I don't know. I don't know how it is under the hood. But whatever one you use, I can promise you that is not going to be the reason your game doesn't perform. I think no matter which one of those 3 you use, I cannot see a world where that would be the reason your game does not perform, or whatever you're making doesn't perform. So you're probably safe to use any of them. There are certain things that, shouldn't do. Like, don't put your entire game on tick. That could make your game not perform. That is not one of them. Write a bool into a delay until next tick or next frame. It might be all the debug drawing. Like I said, detach everything, leave it as a print string, and if it works fine, then you note something after the print string, and then you can debug after that. For box letters, you check if it collides with any face of the cube that's taking long. Sphere is very niche on where you can use it. Capsule is very simple math to check for collision, which is why they're very performant.
AD alert, wee woo pausing.
I might have new notifies for ads. A sphere should be the cheapest, no? I don't know. Was he having a stroke though? I think it depends on which voice it picks. Some voices work better with whatever it chooses. By the way, that is not the only option. I have 20 variations on ads, and like 20 I think more than that in terms of the amount of voices they can choose. So what it says and the voice have been randomized. So should be fun. I need I need to give myself the unlock for starting cards. So I need to get this. So we need just look at ref. Okay, so I should be able to just do this. Well, I should just give myself the currency. I should give myself my currency. Let's make my life easier. I don't know why you cannot press this button to change what value it is. Like, you can't choose a different one. You have to go here and then tell me debug key 9. I don't know why. Oh, but the I would need to, because I don't have a actually no, I should be able to do collection. Add to card collection? No. Add boss currency collected? No. It's the meta progression. Or what the hell is it called? What did I call it? God damn it. I never remember. Okay. A Uniscale sphere is definitely the cheapest, but the scenarios where you would use them are limited. I don't know. I use capsules basically never, and I use, except in the character, and I use spheres the most by a large margin, and then goes cubes, and then I basically don't use capsules except in the character. Are you to boot up your Unreal project as well? Let's see if you can figure out your blueprint nightmare. Do it. Figure it out. You can do it. If I did... Would this work? Can I just set it? No. I wasn't sure if it's set. I wasn't sure if it's set it. Your Meta Shark collectibles. Oh, I need the Get meta share collectibles. Can I not? So I cannot just do a set numbers. I don't need this one. So it is this that I need. But this doesn't work. I need to actually set it in the, like, this is not a reference. And I cannot make it a reference. Like, yeah. Prints, but doesn't do anything. I mean, it could also just not be working, but I guess we can see here. Yeah, doesn't work. Okay. Okay, let's do a cast to game mode for now. And then set collectibles. And then we could do it. Did I not say the wrong thing? Right thing. What? Wait, what? Let me just come over here. And then come here. This is the, oh, I guess I don't need to do it here. It is here. Initialize. Meta unlocks. Oh, it is the meta unlocks. Okay, we could do that. Okay, fine. Let's try meta unlocks. One. It's okay, so I think it's technically activated, but it's not working. Okay, so yeah, so I have one. That's why it's, if I make this 3, I have 10, 10. If I activate it, what I have 13, and 3 is correct here. I shouldn't have 13. And I should see my starting cards, which I don't. So, good start. More things are broken. Yeah, it shows I have +3. Okay. To fix things! Yay! Where is the starting cards? Starting cards are right there. But they're on the bottom. So shouldn't this be here? Shouldn't it be like this? Oh no, it shouldn't because they're supposed to move, aren't they? But I'm not supposed to see it. Oh, maybe? What? Where? Why no work? Where is it? That answers like 0. Right. Okay, we'll fix that later, but what's going on? Yeah, play animation. So if we have, well, 0 to 6, first of all. So I gave myself too big of a number here. I'm not gonna 3. 3's fine. Playback speed. Oh, why are these empty? Okay, this one's also empty. Is it supposed to be empty? This should be plugged in also. Let's just do this and let's just see what's going on. Okay. So here it works. Yeah, it's gonna throw errors, but a few problems. First of all, why is this not working? Okay, we need to also not have it do a selection. If it has no cards there. Because it's complaining because we're setting it to starting cards, but we only want to do that if we have cards there already. So Get all starting cards. If this is not empty, then we do things. If it's not empty, if we have things, then we can do this. Otherwise, don't do this. We just want to open it. Okay, so that's 1. 2. What's going on here? When I have this, it should automatically move my cards over. So it should do this automatically. Starting position unlocked. I feel like this isn't doing it. Why did it not print? Hey, Stormer, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. False. Okay. So it does go here. It does go to false, which is correct. Is this where it's failing? Is it going here? But I set this. Okay, 0, which is fine. 0. Clearly not 0. Okay, what's the problem? Why is this reading 0? Starting card upgrades from meta unlocks. Maybe here an hour and a half ago? Well, an hour and a half ago, the stream wouldn't even be started. You got a new PC, congratulations. Made you ask ChatGPT questions about the CPU wafers, which then led to anti-gravity. What? How is ChatGPT hallucinating that bad? What? That's crazy. If I do get starting cards, would that be better? Where is it? Here. Wait, what? Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Where is this being used? Is this being used? Figured out why the 1080 Ti was double the size of your 4060. That's odd. Then we solved the super computing with lasers, which led to gravity manipulation. Oh, I see. And active camouflage. Okay. So it's time well spent. Which is good. So this is not even being used. The starting card function. Okay, let's get rid of it. You're not sure what to do with this new information? I mean, the only logical thing to do with this information is to clearly take over the world. I mean, I feel like you kind of have to at this point. Right? I don't know any other solution. Oh, it doesn't come up with search because it's an interface. This is an interface. Oh no, this is it. So hold on. This is the interface. Okay, it says 3. It is getting the right number. Oh. So I am setting it correctly. So then why is here? Oh, if it's greater than 0, it should go here. Yeah, it should go here. But it's not. It's reading 0. Why is it reading 0 here? What? I mean, I'll just remake it and see if there's like a cache problem. I don't know. You're gonna download 5.7 later. You think you can finally use ray tracing and megalights and stuff? Nice. Okay, now it works. Guys, I basically did the equivalent of turning it off and turning it back on. There's the arrow right there. I deleted the saved notes and I remade the notes. And it works. I've turned it off and turned it back on. Okay, so this is working now, at least. Now, what's going on here? Let's do, Play animation with finished event. So we just say forward and back here. So this is here. Start time is still 0. Oh, play speed is here. Widget is self. This is forward. Why no play? Why no play? What if I did it out here? Why isn't it playing? Maybe changing it would be helpful, but no, it's not. Can I do a print string here? Is valid. False. Oh, great. Why is it not valid? What? Okay, well, there's the problem. Why is this not returning what I want? Is this not, once again, this not working? Can I do...
They hold it so Twitch can keep the lights on and the layouts coming.
I didn't even have time to enjoy that. What do you say? Who was that one? I think with that voice it didn't work. But it's random. Does it need like a frame delay? No. I think it's just... Yeah, it's just not getting the information again. So this is not getting the information again. Which probably means I need to delete it and remake it. And theoretically it'll work, because it'll basically effectively turn it off and turn it on. I don't know why. But it worked just now before, so maybe it'll work again. Get meta unlocks. Now we're not remaking these yet, so let's try with this for now. And then I'll remake this, the break as well. Still 0. Starting card upgrades? Yeah. Why is this both starting card upgrades? Why is this the way it is? Let's do this. Hey Karen, welcome in. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. Why is it still 0? What? While I'm working? Working? You're one of those weirdos that thinks streaming is work. Is there a way to affect a grammar spline PCG with a volume in the scene? I mean, affect how? I mean, sure, you can affect it by just like removing meshes or something there with just a difference node or something like that. I don't know what you mean by effect. Swap out the mesh, it spawned with another? Probably. I don't see why you shouldn't be able to do that. Why is it 0? Why is it again 0? Did I do something stupid? Oh my god, I put in the wrong thing. Guys, it's just because I'm stupid. If I upgraded the wrong thing. Okay, so now the week is still young. It's been a week, that's for sure. It's been a week. Holy crap. But man, oh man, have I been? Yeah, this is the wrong one. This needs to be starting card upgrades. That's why that's not working either. Yep. Just. Oh, look at that. Okay, so why can't we... I can't open it now. Go here. I should be able to open it with left click, and I'm not. Why not? Oh, it's because I'm not... no, this is right. This should... Trying to create a PCG for sidewalks and curbs. I need a way to control in specific spots along the spline to be curb ramped down to the road. You think you have a volume that can place along the spline where you want it and have it ramp down spots? I mean, I wouldn't make the entire thing a spline mesh. I'll start with that. Unless you have a curved road, then okay, you can do a spline mesh. But if your road is straight, don't make a spline mesh. Just use spawn along spline. It'll be far more performant and better. And then you could do the curved like edges that way. If you have a curved road, then yeah, I guess it makes sense. But yeah, that's gonna be, it's a whole thing. It's not gonna be like, oh, let me just put a volume down and swap it, because depending on how you're basically used to do a difference node. But you need to cut the splines where they're overlapping and create 3 splines from 1 spline. That's basically what you have to do, right? So every time you put a volume down, it needs to take that middle section and keep it as 1 segment, and then the other segments are its own thing. I can't tell you how to do that right now, but I imagine you probably need to use Polygon 2D. Is probably gonna be the easiest way. New Polygon tools is my guess. Why is this not even triggering? Problem probably is not here. The problem is probably here. Because it's card capacity upgrades again. Instead of starting card upgrades again. God. Why am I so stupid? Why am I so stupid? Okay, so now I can do this, and I can go between all of them. I don't have a card in other section, but if I did U, now I have a card there, and if I press left, now I can go between all of the sections. Left doesn't select it for some reason. Okay, that should select it. Why are we not selecting this card? Attempt to access index 1. Why index 1? Populated indexes. I should just return the first card, honestly, on this one. Well, this one, oh no, I do need to return public index because you can have. So this starting card's public indexes didn't work right for some reason. Okay. Only I try to solve is 4-way intersections with pedestrian crossing corners, and your idea for splitting the splines so is a great one. Yeah, it's great in theory, but I couldn't tell you how to set that up. I haven't done that. I don't know how to do that. Yeah. In theory / concept, yeah, it's fantastic. How to execute on that, I couldn't tell you. So I don't know how useful that is. Let's see. Clearing here. Custom navigation, I don't need to do anything there. So here I'm just adding it. And this is the column. . So why? And you know what we should do is just return the first one. There's only 3 cards ever. But it would be better to... I think maybe the custom navigation is what broke it. Let me turn off the custom navigation. So, no, why is it not selecting again? Why is it attempting to index 1? Why did it increase the index on that? So, what's going on? So here we're getting card slot index. So let me check. Card slot index. Where are we setting this? That's the navigation. Navigation's fine. You're doing set card index. Hold on a second. We're saying the card index on the cards. We're doing set cart index. Why? Why am I doing this? This will tell me which card it is, I guess. Have a good night, Aya. Thanks for stopping by. Get some rest, get some sleep. Let me just check this. So this happens, right? We do a bind to it here. I'm going to get start index. And that happens from the deck card. We do get slot card index. And sends the index. So when it does this, yeah, we set it, which is fine, which is all correct. just in case, let's see if it prints me something I don't want here. Yeah, merge actors, Unreal crash. I mean, what are you trying to merge? And why are you trying to merge it? Okay, it says 1. Why did it say 1? Card slot index should be 0. Well, there's the problems. Okay. So... So let's see what it's printing here. But that should have been 0. Because he put it into the 0 slot, so... Oh, you... Okay. I understand why. It is this 1 slot. No, it's doing correct. Because there's 3 slots, but I'm displaying only 2 of them. It's actually at 3 slots. It just hasn't moved out. So it is correctly. It is slot 1. So it's actually doing the right information. So why then is it not finding that card? Okay, hold on. Then it's a different question. Why is it not finding the card? That is slot 1. It found it. It's not finding it again. But that is correct. It is slot 1. Gives you direction to head in. Yeah, you're welcome. I mean, if it's helpful, I'm glad. You made a branch/twigs fence with Megascans assets and decimated them. Now you want to merge them and their materials. Let's draw calls. Are they all unique? I guess if they're all unique, then yes, let's draw calls. But yeah, depending on how much and many and your computer's hardware, yeah, I can see that crashing. For sure. Where's that freaking 3 print string that I had? That I no longer want? Game mode. Look, guys, I remembered where to look for the print string. I'm learning. I'm getting better. Not very quickly, mind you, but it is happening. Okay, so now, what possible reason is it for it to find it only once and never again? I'm only adding it there. That's the only place. I'm gonna just try printing the the length of it. But it's like, it is going into the right place. It is 1. It should be 1. So why is it not? It says 0, which is fine. It is 1. Yes. I don't understand. Okay, so it's not regenerating, which is fine. So slot index is working. If I set this to 1 every time, so if this will tell us if the problem is this, is the probably cards, at least. This. Oh, okay. So here it's working correctly. So the problem is probably this card slot index. So if I just got 0, if I got the first one and just scroll to first one that I can, that'll probably just fix all our problems, because then yeah, then it just works. And then if I add this one too, I can go between these. I might make it so it always reverts back to the first one, but at the same time, I kind of like that it reverts to the back one. This one isn't saving, because this one's a little bit finicky for some reason. Why is it finicky? So why is this card slot index not working? Let's see if we can fix that. It would be nice to have it. So we're setting it based on the column. Column does get reset. Oh, hold on. If the card slot index equals the column and starting cards, and then column plus plus. I think here is the problem. Column gets increased when it probably shouldn't, because I probably am. Oh no, I'm increasing column. I'm not increasing card slot index, so that's fine. So this doesn't matter. And we've checked that this is setting the correct value. So we probably define where else it might be being set from. Because something tells me it's being set somewhere else. Oh, it's being used a lot of places. Yeah, we're getting get. Get's being used here. Oh, obviously the A is just for testing. It's do custom navigations. The rest is all do custom navigation. And we're not doing any custom navigation. So it isn't being used anywhere else. It is only being used here and in here. Okay. Oh. This is set to 1. I see what's going on. But there's only 1 card in here. And I'm doing a get. What I probably need to be doing is a find. I think that's my problem. I think the information that all of that is correct. Or not? Because we're trying to find where this one is and which slot that is. But we know what the slot is. That is the slot. Great.
Freezing the frame. You'll rejoin at this exact moment post-dance.
Yeah. It's not complaining, but it's also not working. Okay. We will see. Something somewhere, I think, is me being stupid. Because this should be returning 1 at all times, pretty much. And it worked fine when it was index 1, hard-coded. After the ads, we'll take a look at what's going on. Okay. Print this. I want to know what this value is. It should be 1. It should be 1. It's 0. If it's 0, which is correct, now it's 1. 0. If I use navigation, then it goes to the right place. So why? Okay. What? What we can try? What? So it tries to get index 0 the first time. But now doing the navigation thing fixes it. Why? What's the problem here? What is the problem? What is the problem? Navigate, and now it's fine. Huh. Okay, let me see. There's a problem happening here then. When you do the selection, set selection in deck builder to starting cards. That might be what's happening. It sets it to this, then does a refresh. But that doesn't pull the new information. I mean, it should. It should still get it. And this should have been still set. Oh, hold on. You know what? It's never... I never set this one, the local one, to be this value. So maybe what I need to do is... also set the local one. To be this value. And then when we repick it later, right, it'll be the correct one. But at the very least, when it's being generated... left, right, left, right. There we go. That's what it was. Okay. And if I add this one, press left. So now I can jump between them. I can go up here, go left, and remembers where I was. If I get rid of this now, and I go up, down, left, yep. So now we can go between all these sections. Oh, it works. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of this. I cannot go to the left one anymore. Good. Okay. Yay. It's working. But if I put it in here, it works. Now, let me take a look at my the saved image that I have for the navigation. So, this is going to the section. Add to starting cards. Yep, that's all working. Oh, and this open. So this is the button that I need to set up still. Open and close starting cards. If you press left, it'll automatically open them. But if you want to open them without it, then this will be You do it. So let's set that up. We're going to need to probably do this in multiple places. So let's put it inside of a functional library here. So we'll just make this toggle starting cards. Toggle open starting cards. Their controller. Get HUD. Toggle starting cards. I could do, you know what? I'll do the whole check here as well. What I really should do is output a Boolean from these things. So let's do a return in here, a return node. And then we'll just add a executed. And if it goes all the way to the end, it will do false. Otherwise, I will have this go into a sequence and execute to true. So effectively, it'll always execute to true, so I don't have to, unless it goes all the way to the end. And then we can do, on here, we can do something similar, where normal is this. Executed will be true. Toggle starting cards. Then we need to do a local variable. This is triggered, let's say. I know I'm using different variables, but it's fine. I guess on this one it's a little less needed because it's only one, but and completed based off of whether it's triggered, we just return execute. So we don't need the this one actually. It is only one. So if it gets to the end, then it will say which one it was. So what we can do now is add a button for it. So this is toggle starting cards. Which will be left thumbstick, and then what do we want to make it for starting cards? I could just make it S. I mean, honestly, there's no reason not to. It's not like we're using WASD right now. Starting cards, keyboard, oh, and controller toggle. Display name, toggle starting cards, toggle open starting cards. Probably fine. Category UI. I mean, it is UI, but really it's the deck builder. Maybe I should put them under deck builder separately, but I mean, they're gonna be other places where I use probably the same buttons. We'll see. If I end up having unique buttons for each one, then yeah, I'll set it up. But chances are we'll just be reusing these, so. Okay, let's do this. Then we can go. I need organization here. Here, we can set this up. And then in the deck builder, it's here. We can do toggle starting cards. Toggle open starting cards. And we're going to do this on all of the sections. So if we go to this executed, so if it is not executed, we go on. If it is not executed, then we go on. Let's take a look here. Same thing here. If it is not executed, we do this. Not executed. Continue on. Good. Okay, this is another place we can do this. Okay. Moving along, here is the next one. Right, all of these are on key down, which is, again, begs the question of why it wouldn't work yesterday, I guess, and today, technically. It's just we've gone around it for the search and everything else afterwards. We don't need this open, close starting section because that is already taken care of. So we have now done the deck builder, the search bar, the deck builder version, the main deck builder. We also need to do the, I don't think we need to do it here. Nope. Close that for now. Okay, we definitely need to do it on no, we don't need to do it on the base one here. Close that for now. And the progression shop, we can close those just for reference. The starting cards, yeah, we can close as well. We're still doing stuff with it. No, we're not. Let's close it. So, where is the... There's the deck builder card. Do I have... Yes, I do have this here. Okay. So, let's see if that works. First of all, it plays a sound no matter what. It should not be playing the sound. Let's start with that. It's printing a lot of trues, but it's not closing it. Okay, what's going on? Oh, why is it doing this? It should be doing the toggle. Did I not tell it to do the toggle? Toggle starting cards. Excuse me? Toggle starting cards. Arrow pressed. Guess it is trying to do arrow press then. It shouldn't be doing this. Which case you should say it is open and then execute here, but something tells me it's not doing this. Yeah, it's not doing that. Okay. Is it doing arrow pressed? How? What? No, it's not. Toggle starting cards. Toggle starting cards. Arrow pressed. What? Oh. First of all, I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be a check here. Double starting cards toggle. That's not hooked up. Wait. Oh, I see. I haven't done the rest of this. Okay, that's the stuff I need to do. Still. Okay, I need to check this. I missed a little bit here. but that's okay. We only do this if we press the right button. Kind of important. Which means now on all of these, we need to pass you through. That makes a little more sense. I thought I was forgetting to do something. That doesn't solve the problem we just had, but... Okay. So now, why is it not doing the right thing? Because it was triggering the... Okay, so now L3 doesn't seem to be doing anything. Let's just see if this is triggering at all. I guess I can just do it here, because if it made it here, then we're fine. Okay. No, I'm pressing L3 and just not printing anything. So it's not. Let me just double check that. It's even getting here. Hey, Dago, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. No, it's not. Why is it not even getting? Did I mess up on here? Oh, I did. No, if this is, no, if this is true, then it would go here and say executed true. Because if it is... Otherwise, it would just go all the way down here and just execute false. But... So... What's going on here? This should print false. Why is it still printing true? Okay, so that's the problem. Okay. Why are we printing true? It doesn't make it all the way to the bottom. Oh, because it makes it here, it says it's true. Oh, okay, I see what's going on. Because it is bigger than this. So I do want this, but I also want to do... false here. And then I also want to do based on completed here. Okay, okay. I think that's everything. Well, now it just doesn't open. Okay, close opens. I can close it now, but it doesn't open. Okay, but it's a start. It's a start. So now it should say certain cards are open false and it should go here. Okay. So what's up with this? False, true. False, true. Well, first of all, why is it sending it twice? Why is it saying that information twice? So it's triggering and pushing it back immediately. Play animation. With finished event. Oop. Why did I just do that? So what we can do is, as soon as this triggers, it is doing false first, right? False, then
yes.
true.
The ritual sacrifice to our corporate overlords has begun. Pausing.
I like the new pausing for ads notifications. They're not all perfect, but depends on the voice. They're pretty nice. And you see why this is being triggered twice. Because basically it goes through here. I mean, what I can do is check that it's while it's animating, like tell it to stop because we set a variable to not be able to trigger while animating. That's probably the easiest solution, honestly. Versus trying to figure out why it's being pressed multiple times, which is a player can press it multiple times, and that will fix the issue with the player spamming it as well. That's probably the best solution anyway. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's throw this in here. So we're doing forward. It'll immediately, when it starts the animation, we'll say anim playing. Be true, and when it finishes, it'll say anim playing to be false. And then we'll do the rest the same way. And then here, right, do the same thing, but here it'll be reverse. Right. And then here, what we can do is starting cards open. And the anim playing is false. So we're not playing an animation right now. And this is the same thing for this. So if we're currently playing the no. For this one, we still want to open it, check that it's doing its thing no matter what. Because then it would theoretically work. Cancel it and play this one. Yeah! So you can spam it. Why can we spam this? Why is it? I thought we just fixed the spamming. Using this. I don't think that has anything to do with it, but just in case, let's try until... Wait, delete an extra tick. No? And it's always the open one that does it. Okay. Huh? Oh, it's... okay, got it. It's because it fails here. So really what we want to be doing is doing a secondary check here and down below as a separate check. Not a combined check, a separate check. That's why. And that... Okay. It doesn't work in the other direction. Why doesn't it work in the other direction? Why is it still not working the other direction? This is not what's triggering it. Just making sure. Oh, it was. Wait, why was that being triggered? That shouldn't be being triggered. Open starting cards. That should only happen on left click. What's going on? Okay, it's because of what? So here we check all this. We set it to be starting cards, but that's not. Wait. It's this. Open starting cards. Okay. Okay. I'll work with this. Open starting cards. Next collection category. No, that's not starting cards. I grabbed the wrong thing. Open starting cards. This goes here. And then here. Okay, so here it needs to check that they are not open. And we also need to check this category. The only difference is if I need to try to do this and reopen it as soon as I can. So on false, delay until next tick, and then because animation's playing, and try again. If it plays the same, it might play the same one twice. No, it'll only do it if it's false. So if it is closing, then it would, or closed, right? If it's closing, then it'll be false. Then it'll go here. So if it's opening, then I'm gonna go to true, and it'll ignore it. So this is perfect, I think. So now if we come here and I just spam it, it's fine. Excellent. And if we add a card, press left, it goes to that section, up, right, up, down, left. That is pretty good. Yeah, that was odd. I don't know why it was stopping there. Oh, was I just... Oh, okay, I was just slightly, like, angled up, so it would basically go back up to the start. Or... Okay. I think that's working. Now, awesome. We need to get the rest of the rebinds in now, so we can get all the rest of the buttons working. So the next thing we need to do is let's do the sorting. So we can do the buttons for sorting. Yep. And then, okay, so we have next sort, or so we have like next tab and previous tab inside of the dungeon, and it's next, and then sort. I could just say next sort / tab, I guess, for the time being. Next sort tab, and then, or you just do sort tab actually next, and then previous. since I'm copying them, they should all, yeah, have consume lower priority stuff automatically disabled. Good, good. Yeah, let's add 2. All right, I can't add 2 at once. So, previous. Next. Both are gonna need 2. So, previous keyboard is Q. Next is E. Previous here will be R1 and then or L1 and then R1. Okay. Previous tab, keyboard. Controller. Next. Okay. So this is previous sort/tab. And this is next sort/tab. Category is UI. Okay. So this should now already mean that in options, controls, there it is. That is looking pretty good. Okay. So now, let's in the deck builder, we can change this up. So we do the same kind of system. Deck building sorting. Yeah, so this is the one we want. So build areas, no sorting here. This is what we're customizing. We don't want this here. And then what is the starting cards toggle? I think we don't need that anymore. Okay. Because that was what this is. Okay, let's go ahead and I'll go ahead and grab this here. Yeah, for this one, we will need to do the sequence because we're going to have multiple. So we're going to say execute true unless we tell it otherwise. Okay. So the first one is going to be, let's do the previous. And then if we did not trigger, then we'll do the same thing on the next one. Nope. Except this is next. And on this one, we can do the return. The only one here that's left is the refresh. So I'll also put it in here, but let's start with these two. So let's go next and plug you in. Okay. So we go deck builder sorting. Copy this, and honestly, this now needs to just plug into the last one, right? Because we're doing all of this now. So this all goes away. This is the only one we haven't set up yet. Yep. So this is not needed. Move 2 from deck is still needed. Controller sorting is only need the bottom one. The 2 from deck might need to be custom because it is custom for each one. So that might be the only one that's not used in multiple places. So that's fine to keep it as is. This is what? This is the search box. Why does the search box not have reverse sort? Because this is the old version. Okay, we can grab you here. Paste this in. Yeah. So now what we need to do is here. Oh, we don't have those buttons anymore here. Okay, that's fine. Right, I had the buttons here visible, the left and right, to change. And I no longer do. I might put them back in. But for just search tabs, I mean, it might be okay. Let's see. All right. So you can see on top, I can go between them. And that is working well. I don't have the button to flip search yet, but that's okay. The main thing is if we get out of here and we go to options, controls, and just rebind it. Let's do R. There we go. R3. Then R1 doesn't do anything. L1 still does, but R3 now works. So we have full rebinding, which is great. That's what we want. Let's go ahead and reset that back though. Okay. So that is working well. So now we just need to do the reverse one. Sort tab. We'll just call this sort reverse. Okay, so this is using. Oh, I was using R. Am I using R anymore? No, I'm still not using R. Good. Q, E, yeah. Okay, cool. R is still fine. And then reversing the sort was the upper button. Reverse sorting, just call it. Okay. And now here, we'll just duplicate it one more time. There's ghosts in here again. And now on this one, we just need to use this guy instead. And then we execute. Okay. So now, if we did it right, that shouldn't have opened. Why'd that open? Why'd that open? Oh. I need to actually plug in the right thing here. That also helps. Pretty sure that's why. Yep. R1, L1, and then if I press triangle, it swaps the direction. And you can see that on top, it's yellow, blue, and maintains yellow, maintains blue. Nice. I need to reach out to the developer of this menu, because I don't know how you click to select with a controller to rebind. You can left click, but I don't see a way of doing that with a controller. Which is like not the end of the world. It is a PC game. You do have a mouse. But I feel like you should be able to do it with a controller. So I'm curious. But maybe that's a normal thing for games. So. Previous sort tab, next sort tab. Maybe I should call it sort tab previous, sort tab next. So that way these are kind of more aligned. Let's do that. That might just look a little bit better. Right, sort tab previous next. Yeah, I think visually that just works better. The select sections is fine. They're all under select. Then we have toggle open sorting cards and the sort. I can reorganize these, so I probably will at some point, but this is fine. Fantastic. Okay. While I'm here, I might as well do the tab system, but hold on, let's look at our of the dungeon to bind to it. Show info. Is that? Did I set that up already? No. Okay, so we have a few more keybinds to do. Let's go to the deck one, or the in-dungeon one. We can do that one first, because those are the same keybinds, so we don't have to reset those up. So let's go to, it would be under UI. Potion? Yeah, right there. And then these, I can make it use input action. UI. Sort tab previous, and then UI. Oh, input mapping context is just UI. One, yeah. And this is
timeline on lockdown. Well, Twitch reminds us that food delivery exists.
Thank you, Morgan. Theoretically, these any should turn into the right thing. We'll find out. Once the ads are over, and we can run in and take a look. I think the buttons are still hard-coded, but we'll set that up as well, obviously. Could be a little bit of copy-pasting, basically. The only one that I'm getting rid... The tab one, I'm not sure what to do about. Tab is to get into the deck builder. But to get out of it is escape. It's not the end of the world. I could just do open / close. I could do open close deck builder / collection. I guess I will do that. Probably. / dungeon collection. Let's just see if the icons are displaying first. It's the first time we're loading today. It's gonna do it. Ah, I did it. Yeah, there we go. Q and E. Right, and there's L1, R1. So it already is getting it from our stuff. So if we rebind that, right, if I change this to L, there's L. So rebinding works. Fantastic. Okay, so we can say that is good. And now let's go ahead and come here. So we are going to need to do this. Variable. Am I really not storing this? Okay, let's do create local variable. Okay, so get rid of all this. Right, the quit UI stuff is maintaining. And then what we want to do is grab. It's deck builder sorting, but I mean, technically it's also tabs. So should be fine. Might want to rename this though. Just thinking about it. Deck builder, sorting, and tabs. So now we just swapped it, but all the buttons should still work. We get it here. Yeah. It was working. Oh, okay. It is different. It is different because I'm using different functionality here. Okay, so this is not and tabs. So let's go back to you. So I can do it here. Undo this part. So what we want to do then is, this one's a little more custom for this anyway, for now. So I guess what we'll do is, why did this, what happened here? I just okay. Get key. I love it when things break. Hey, Erbo, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. We're good? We're good. Okay. Have I used the chaos destruction much? No. I have a video on using it, but that's pretty much as I've used it. Should I use it with PCG trees to cut the forest and use chaos destruction? I have a video on chaos destruction and PCG, but if it's something outside of what's shown in the video, then I haven't looked into it. Basically. Let's just actually copy both of them right away. Because the buttons are the same. I missed that video? Yeah. I have a video on it that just shows how to set it up with it, but don't expect, just don't expect much and then you'll be happy. I think that's just safe to do in general. Not, especially with my videos, really. If you don't expect much from my videos, then you'll be pretty happy with them. Curious how you approach it. Getting even 40% of the way will be at least helpful. No, it's you'll get there. Here, I'll see. I can find it real quick. Yep, found it. Just gotta search for the word chaos, basically. So this... Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up this, where any random object pushed into the crystals does nothing. But if I run in, oh boy, they all
this is K destruction.
And they just go everywhere. And this... Yep. I ain't got 3K. It's not bad. There you go. There's the link. Can't be the worst thing in the world if it got 3K. To be fair, that's not that much in the grand scheme of things, but... Let's go check if the rebinding and all that works. I think the main thing it shows you is basically how to spawn chaos destruction. And R1, yeah. Why did it stop again? What? Why did it break again? It was so promising. Why are you breaking? Is it because I'm pressing it too fast? Is it L1? L1? No. R1. Why is it... Oh, it's because it's not Okay, it's because the logic isn't inside of the It's in the dungeon collection section, but I think I need to also... Oh, I'm working on the cards. Okay, let's... That card, this is no longer needed. This toggle starting cards is not needed. Let's clean that up. Yeah, so we have something still to fix. So why? Okay, the controller sorting doesn't... No, again, not needed. Let's get rid of that. You're all clean now. Move to from deck. Controller sorting, get rid of... You're fine. Here we go. Okay, so why is it it was working before? Let's see if the problem is that it's just not registering that it's the buttons being pressed, or if just the next previous is not working. Because I think this might be a focus issue again. Downloaded? There it is. I didn't print at all in any of them. Why didn't I print on any of them? Because it's doing it on the cards. So it's doing it here. So this is what it's doing. And as soon as the cards are not in focus anymore, then it stops working. Okay, this makes sense. So we will need to do... We might need to separate the two buttons. They can be bound to the same thing. Or we just need to check what is actually... Select the deck filter area. Okay, well, I think that's what's happening. Somehow it's not there. I could have sworn it would be there. Let's do one more check. Let's do one more check. We got time. We still got a bit. But I'm assuming that it should be triggering on this. It's not. Huh. Okay. Card deck. Oh, card deck builder. This is the right one. This is the full size card. Yeah. Oh, because it's not the deck builder one that I'm on. Oh, I see what's going on. It's the collection one, or the preview one. It's here. This needs to be adjusted. Which begs the question: how is it even doing anything? Right trigger. It's fun. Yeah, we'll need to adjust this. But collection. Yeah, so I need to modify all the deck cards, all the cards rather, to work with this. Yeah, so this is going to be a bigger thing. That's fine. We'll take care of that tomorrow. I understand why it's happening, which is the main thing always. If you know why something's happening, you can work around it, you can fix it, you can change it. If you don't know, then holes in walls. Metaphorical holes in walls. But that was me, not you. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. During this stream, I was like, what if I set up my stream deck to press a button and put in different print strings? Because I could do that. So that I don't have to keep changing the colors of the print strings. I can just paste in different colored print strings. I might do that. We'll see. I might make some buttons like that. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. Hope you had fun. Back tomorrow for some more, I guess, making the UI a lot better, in a sense. With that, hope you all have a fantastic rest of your night, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.